I'm a very happy retired lady who devotes her time between being a National Trust volunteer at Moseley Old Hall, knowing the story of Charles II and helping people through that, usually in costume, bowling, which I do at the Millennium Centre in Wednesbury and at Shares Hill, and I'm a member of Inner Wheel, which is the female branch of Rotary. Actually, per capita, the biggest fundraising organisation in the world. So I've a very busy life, really. A lot of my time's devoted to going to Moseley Old Hall, which is the National Trust property at Featherstone. Its claim to fame is that for 36 hours it actually hid Charles II after he lost the Battle of Worcester, went to Boscobel, hid up the oak tree, which everybody's heard about, then came to us and hid in the priest hole. And soldiers came, but they never found him. And then he went to Benthall Hall, to Jane Lane, who took him down to the south coast, and he escaped. Came back in 1650 and was crowned king. So Mr. Whitgroove, who owned the house, was actually given a pension for his rewards. So I dress up in costume. Sometimes I'm making bread there, sometimes biscuits, sometimes braiding, sometimes guiding, sometimes with the children. But I love it. And we've got quite a big team of volunteers. Little property, if you've never been, you should go. It's really great. Inner Wheel used to be, well, it still is an all-female organisation, and you had to have a partner, father, brother or some relation in Rotary before you were invited to join. I joined about 10 years ago, the local Wednesbury club. Go through the offices in the club where you become president, secretary. I was overseas, which is my love. And then I was invited to go on to what's called district. Our district is District 21, which covers the whole of Staffordshire and Shropshire, as the overseas district chairman, which I love because I think it was last year Inner Wheel donated something like 380,000 to overseas charities, supporting about 450 different charities abroad. So I loved that. Went on to be district chairman, which is quite an honour, for a year. Now I'm off all that. I'm just going back to an ordinary member. But per capita, Inner Wheel raises the largest amount of money for charity in the world, female. We support Rotary, especially with their plan to try and eradicate polio. Though Bill Gates gets all the credit for that, but it was Rotary that started that. And my personal love is Riders for Health, which you've probably never heard of. It was a charity that was given about 50 motorbikes, scramble bikes really, I think they were, which they use in Africa so that they can get medicines out to the villages way out, and they've adapted some of these bikes, so they put sort of planks of wood on so they can use stretchers and bring them back. So that is one of my favourite charities. But I also support International Aid Trust, which the local branch is based in Penkridge. We do an awful lot of work and nobody's heard of us, which is very sad, isn't it? It's not a full-time thing. You can put in as much into Inner Wheel as you want or as little as you want. It's about the local community, about fellowship and friendship and supporting each other. A good example was one of my colleagues' husband was taken ill up in Scotland and he had to go into hospital. She was stuck there, not much money because it's the end of the holiday. So one of her friends got in touch with the local Inner Wheel district club and they went and found her, put her up, supported her while her husband was in hospital. And that's what it's about, really. So it's a wonderful organisation.